On March 24th, 1992, the treaty was signed in Helsinki, Finland, during a summit of the then Conference on Security and Cooperation in Europe. So this March we will see the 20th anniversary of its signature, and it's been one of the most successful arms control treaties ever negotiated and implemented on a multilateral basis. The treaty concept was first introduced by President Eisenhower in 1955 as part of a bilateral approach with Russia to try to provide more transparency on each other's military forces and activities. It was not adopted at that time, but it was reintroduced by President Herbert Walker Bush in 1989 as we came to the end of the Cold War period. The Open Skies Treaty has long been known by its name of covering the territory between Vancouver and Vladivostok. It is the first conventional arms control treaty that includes the full territory of the United States and Canada, as well as Russia all the way to their Pacific coast. The observation flights are very flexible, and it's up to every country to determine what they would like to get images of the country they're flying over. So every country plans these flight routes according to their national interests, and very often the U.S. plans include a variety of arms control locations for other treaties, such as the New START Treaty or the CFE Treaty. It can also capture lots of other information. Infrastructure is possible, such as railroad lines or oil and gas fields. It could also get into environmental areas, such as deforestation or flooding. So it depends, and it changes over time, and it changes by country. It depends on what each country would like to look for. But it's also the confidence and security building aspect that develops between the teams when they're operating together. It's very hard to quantify it, and it's not very tangible, but it has been one of the key features and probably even more important than the imagery that's actually collected. Both the observing country and the observed party have their representatives on board, which is, again, the underpinning of this confidence and security building nature of the missions. Having both states on the airplane flying together is what makes it work. Well, the State Department and the United States is fully committed to the future of open skies. We are putting our own resources towards it to keep our own aircraft and sensors, modernize our own sensors, and we are encouraging others to do the same. And I think it would be ideal to look at how it could be used for OSCE transnational threats. States parties could also look at expanding the membership of the treaty, perhaps to the OSCE partners for cooperation. The Mediterranean partners aren't that far away, and it would be a logical place to start, especially with all the activity in the Arab Spring. Increasing transparency and between the Mediterranean states and North Africa might be a very interesting area to explore in the future. Secretary Clinton talked about the importance of our European security architecture during the Munich conference a few weeks ago. And I think Open Skies is an excellent example of the kind of treaty and agreements that she was referring to as part of our foundation of this Euro-Atlantic security architecture.